Guys,
Yes?
I would like to talk about my childhood.
Oh boy. Jess, this is not a group therapy session.
Not funny. I was going to say how I was born in Buffalo, New York, and nearby was this place I used to visit a ton when I was a kid. Summer vacations, Christmas vacations. You might have heard of it.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
It's gotta be.
Niagara Falls.
Oh, Niagara Falls, of course, Niagara Falls,
Oh my
yes.
gosh. Natural wonder of the world. Tons of tourists visit there every year. Back in the 50s, it was really popular as a honeymoon hotspot. However, locals like me know that there's a lot of paranormal activity reported around that area, and there seems to be an uptick lately, and I would love to go out there and investigate and check it out.
I have to say, it is the kind of thing that most people would never associate with Niagara Falls, but to Jess's point, it does have actually a really dark history. Often called the eighth wonder of the world, Niagara Falls sees over 22 million tourists a year, many of them happy newlyweds. But some believe this honeymoon capital of the world is home to a sinister paranormal force more powerful than the mighty falls themselves. Formed over 12,000 years ago, European explorers first set eyes on the falls in 1677, when Father Louis Hennepin, a member of famed French explorer René Robert Lassalle's expedition, makes this sketch to accompany his written description. Lassalle and his team quickly learned that for centuries, the falls and their surrounding areas have been stained by the blood of warring native tribes, who believe the land to be sacred, a place worth dying for. Bloodshed continues over the next 200 years as British, French, Native, and American forces viciously battle for control over Niagara's valuable trade routes. Thousands are killed. In 1801, American socialite Theodosia Burr, the daughter of Aaron Burr, yes, Hamilton fans, that Aaron Burr, embarks on a bridal tour of the falls with her new husband. Other elites take notice, and like modern-day influencers, word spreads and a honeymoon hotspot is born. Industrialists see value in the raw power of Niagara, and in 1895, the Edward Dean Adams plant begins harnessing the hydroelectric energy of nearly 44 million gallons per minute of peak water flow. But taming immense power comes with great risk, and 28 workers are killed in the plant's construction. Wherever there is danger, there are thrill seekers, and the falls begin attracting daredevils intent on leaving their mark on history. Unfortunately, the mark they leave is most often in their own blood. On October 24, 1901, Annie Taylor becomes the first to successfully ride over the falls in a barrel. But scores of others aren't so lucky. Like in 1930, when George Stathakis takes the plunge with his pet turtle. The turtle survives, George does not. In 2017, Kirk Jones becomes the most recent victim, unsuccessfully trying to survive the drop in an 8-foot rubber ball. Beyond these tragedies, there have been thousands of suicides at the falls, with 20 to 30 people taking their own lives there each year. Some estimate the number of bodies recovered from the base of the falls since 1850 to be in excess of 5,000. Death flows like water at Niagara. Centuries of tragedy have led to a staggering number of modern-day paranormal reports. Unexplained occurrences abound, like the sounds of impossible screams, sights of mysterious figures floating in the mist, and feelings of being drawn toward the fall's lethal edge. Are the ghostly experiences of today somehow linked to Niagara's macabre history? With first-time access officially granted by the U.S. Park Service, my team will get up close and personal with the wrath of this geologic marvel to find out. Okay, so what do you think?
Well, so here's the thing. I've always been fascinated with animism, and the idea behind that is that a place can kind of absorb spiritual energy. And so I'm wondering, with Niagara Falls, because of all the tragedy it's had in and around that area, is absorbing that spiritual energy, that negative energy, and then projecting it back out, and that is what people are experiencing as paranormal activity.
So this is a really interesting question because this place is truly imposing. And could all of that force and all of that history actually be somehow acting on the living or even the dead?
I've never been to Niagara Falls, so count me in on this one already.
Wow.
But what I'm wondering here is if in some of these paranormal reports, it's actually people just being overwhelmed psychologically by the sound and the fury of the falls themselves.
Like what, you think they're getting hypnotized or something?
Well, think about it this way. It is a known torture technique to play really loud sounds, really loud music to someone to get them to break in an interrogation.
The idea that scientifically there may be some reason why people are affected when they're near the falls.
Yes, purely by that intensity.
Well, speaking of paranormal reports, I've been in contact with a local eyewitness who claims that they have seen an actual apparition figure of a person floating literally over the falls.
So while the two of you are investigating, I'll continue to look for more recent eyewitnesses and I'll stay in touch.
Sounds good.
All right, well, good luck out there, and probably gonna need some ponchos. Oh, look at that. So prepared.
Wow. Because I'm from Buffalo.
Niagara Falls sits 7 hours northwest of New York City on the border of the US and Canada. Fed by the Niagara River, the falls are actually made up of 3 distinct waterfalls: Horseshoe Falls, Bridal Veil Falls, and the American Falls. After plummeting over 18 stories, the river funnels into a section of whitewater known as the Whirlpool, and then a stretch of the Niagara Gorge called Devil's Hole. As Phil and Jess start their investigation, I've arranged for them to witness the full power of the falls up close.
We're gonna get completely drenched.
I think that means we're ready to go.
Yeah.
Hood on.
Hood on.
Let's activate.
Are you getting it? Are you getting it?
Just a little bit of spray out here.
Crazy! It's so cold!
Oh my God. That's a lot of water. Oh, I can't even see.
I'm just gonna cocoon. I'm cocooning. Look how rough these waters are.
The water is churning like wild.
Could you imagine going over the falls thinking you're gonna survive this?
Absolutely not.
All right, I'm good. I've had my fun and I'm ready to go home.
Oh boy.
So what'd you think?
It's such a beautiful sight when you see it from afar, and it's so overwhelming when you're up close. You can't even open your eyes.
I know.
And now that we've been properly baptized by Niagara, I say we go meet our first witness.
It works for me.
Jess's contact, Bill Kennedy, is a local teacher who was born and raised here and says he's seen things at the falls that he can't explain. As the storm begins to roll in, we're meeting him on Green Island, which sits above the falls on the U.S. side.
Bill?
Yes.
Hey, Jessica, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, I'm Phil.
Bill.
So you've been coming to Niagara Falls for a very long time.
Yes, absolutely. I'm born and raised here in Niagara Falls, so I spent a lot of my childhood here.
You had an experience out here,
Yes,
right?
absolutely. One night, I just happened to be walking through, and something kind of caught my eye out on one of the logs out here. It looked like just this little light, and I was just like, it's not a flashlight. And as it got closer, it was more of an aura of an outline of a human. I looked at it, and the temperature just dropped, and I was just kind of shocked. It was just a completely surreal feeling.
So it looked like an orb when it started out, but then when you got closer to it, it actually took on the shape of like a glowing person?
Yes, but I knew it wasn't a human.
Oh, that's weird. Is there any history attached to the place that would explain why you would have seen something so strongly?
Absolutely. I do a little bit of tour guide action around here, and being right here, the outline that I saw reminded me of the story of Joseph Avery from 1853. There were 3 people in a boat, and it got stuck in the rocks. 2 people immediately went off the boat, went over the falls, plunged to their death. Joseph hung on for about 18 hours trying to find a way to safety. But then all of a sudden, he's gone.
Wow.
There is a picture. In fact, I have the picture.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa. That would suck to be that close to being saved.
And nobody can do anything.
So where he is in that photo, that's similar to where you saw what you saw?
Absolutely. This little area right through here.
Yeah. You know, a lot of people say that hauntings occur because of the amount of emotion in a particular area. And that's, I mean, doesn't get much more emotional than that. Were they able to recover his body, or where did he end up?
Well, from what I've heard, it was down near what we call the Cave of the Winds. Very treacherous, nonstop hurricane tornado feel as you're down below the bottom of the falls, and literally the roar of the falls, and that's where I understand his body was found.
Thank you so much. This was
Absolutely.
extremely helpful.
Thanks, Bill.
Thank you.
Getting closer, you hear that roar?
The Cave of the Winds is located at the base of Bridal Veil Falls, where Joseph Avery and countless others have met their demise. No paranormal investigative team has been granted overnight access so close to the overwhelming power of the falls.
Going down. Wait. Do you feel that? You can actually feel the ground shaking. We're getting close.
As we approach the Cave of the Winds, Mother Nature's devastating fury is palpable.
Whoa. Pretty majestic, huh?
Amazing! So overpowering and really awe-inspiring.
The falls are well lit with colored lights illuminating the rushing water and mist. The noise is so thunderous, I want to take some measurements of the audio levels to get some baseline data for a theory I'm working on. As we're getting set up, I use a decibel meter to determine just how loud it actually is here.
All right. Wow, it got all the way up to about 95 decibels. That type of noise is just bouncing around this entire area. So what I'm really curious about is, does a giant white noise machine essentially play tricks on the mind? I'm gonna have to do some digging now that I got the data.
95 decibels is about as loud as a jackhammer, so we're going to need headsets to communicate during our investigation.
Test 1, 2, you got it?
Good, gotcha. Test 1, 2, got me?
I hear ya.
With our comm system up and running, we're ready to begin one of our most challenging investigations yet.
We have to stay on our toes for both environmental dangers and possible paranormal activity. We have heard about apparitions appearing in this area, so we brought our camera equipment to get to the bottom of these anomalies.
Let me turn on my FLIR.
What I'm interested in is if natural patterns can just form kind of randomly in the mist.
So kind of like if somebody's sitting there staring at clouds, they see an image in the cloud?
Exactly
Ah,
like that.
gotcha.
So I set my camera up in a special high contrast setting, hoping that if there is any pattern in all of this white mist, I can take photos that can essentially duplicate what some people are seeing.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna take the FLIR out to see if I can get any extreme hot or extreme cold spots. I mean, Bill mentioned that when he saw the apparition, it got super, super cold around him, so maybe I can pick up something like that.
Did you hear something?
Was that a scream? Sounded like someone screaming. No, nothing. That's weird. I'll give the audio a check later and see if we picked anything up.
Let's get out there.
All right.
All right, good luck. Woo. 750,000 gallons a second going over this thing. Time to take some photos. Basically, my hope is that if I take enough photos, a figure will appear that looks like a person out there. Nothing yet. Whoa. But it really looks kind of like a body right through there. Wow.
So we got the FLIR out, just focusing up here. And that's the edge.
Yeah, I mean, we've got rocks that are slightly warmed by the sun from earlier today. I'm wondering if any residual hauntings are present in the flow of water over the cusp of the falls. I'm going to keep a recorder running as we investigate and do some call-outs to see if I can capture an EVP from one of those spirits.
My We just wanted to explore the area. Did you fall here? If you did, what's your name? If you want us to see you, feel free to come out. If you're here, feel free to show yourself. Joseph Avery, are you here with us?
Ooh, I don't know if it's my eyes playing tricks on me, but I keep getting this same figure over and over.
If you're here, feel free to show yourself. So, oh wait a minute, wait, what's that? Oh, I think I actually did get something on the flare. Phil, you copy?
How's it going?
I'm not sure what I got. I got something. I think it was kind of closer to the rocks.
Okay, I mean, interestingly, I'm getting kind of a repeated pattern that almost looks like the silhouette of a person. Maybe it's just the falls getting to my brain, but I swear I kind of see a shape in there. I'm gonna have to show you.
All right, cool. Yeah, let me come down there and check out what you got.
Sounds good.